Peter Parker has had a very exciting go of it lately. He's gotten superpowers, defeated his first supervillain, fought Avengers, become an Avenger, traveled the galaxy, and died and come back to life. All that before his senior year of high school. But before he goes up against the Elementals alongside the most handsome Mysterio you've ever seen in your damn life, here's Spider-Man's MCU journey in 5 minutes. Queen's teen Peter Parker gets a completely off-screen origin in the MCU. The only thing we get in that department is Ned asking the most important question.
Do you lay eggs?
But it's during Captain America's Civil War when Tony needs to stop Captain America and his Sokovia Accord-hating teammates at the Berlin airport without necessarily hurting them, and who better to bring to the party than the kid who shoots webs? Though he makes a couple rookie mistakes, he holds his own against the seasoned heroes, even getting props from Cap.
Where you from?
Queens?
Brooklyn.
He gets some great shots for his vlog too, but who the heck is he going to show that to? But Tony's got a dark, sad confrontation to have with Cap, so he sidelines Peter, sending him back to New York with Happy Hogan. He does get a parting gift though, the killer new suit Tony made him for the airport battle. And now that he's got a real super suit, he's ready to fight his first supervillain. Or at least he thinks he is. That supervillain is Adrian Toomes, the Vulture. Toomes lost out on a big salvage contract after the Battle of New York because of Tony Stark and turned to a life of selling Chitauri-fueled tech on the black market. Peter foils the Avengers attempting a bank robbery using Toomes' tech, and later comes across his crew trying to make a deal. This draws Toomes' attention and he nearly kills Peter, but Tony swoops in and saves him. Via Wi-Fi. Tony tells Peter to let the adults handle the black market weapons stuff and stick to doing backflips for street meat vendors. But he's a 15-year-old kid. What's he gonna do? Listen? While on a field trip with his academic decathlon team, Peter tries again to stop Toomes on one of his raids, but he knocks himself out in the process. At least he gets a chance to try out some of his new suit's bells and whistles, though. Peter continues his pursuit of Toomes, which leads him to a deal going down on the Staten Island ferry where he really and truly bites off more than he can chew. His fight with Toomes tears the ferry apart, leaving the passengers in danger. They need a hero, and that hero is Spider-Man.
Yeah, Spider-Man!
Just kidding, this is all his fault. It's Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man!
Tony Stark flies in to save the day, deems his Grand Parker experiment a failure, and takes the suit back. With his heroing capabilities limited, Peter focuses a little more on his personal life, finally working up the courage to ask his crush Liz to the Spider-Man homecoming dance. He's got to get some fashion and dance tips from Aunt May, but the toughest part's always meeting your date's family, right? Especially when the date's dad is the Vulture. Toomes figures out that Peter is Spidey in like 3 seconds and threatens to kill him if he keeps interfering with his business. But if we know one thing about Peter at this point, it's that he doesn't really do well with ultimatums. He figures out that Toomes is about to knock over one of Tony's airships in mid-flight. He hitches a ride up on Toomes' wingsuit, and their fight brings the whole plane crashing down onto Coney Island. Toomes tries to escape with one of Tony's crates, but his wingsuit explodes. But Peter saves him from the wreckage and sends his Vulture tail feathers to prison. Tony comes around on Peter's hero cred and offers him a spot on the Avengers roster, but Peter declines, happy to stay a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man for now.
Told you he's a good kid.
But duty calls and destiny arrives. Thanos sends Ebony Maw and Cull Obsidian down to New York to collect the Time Stone to complete his Infinity Gauntlet, not in Spider-Man's neighborhood. He helps Tony, Bruce, Doctor Strange, and Wong as they try to repel the two villains, but they escape into space with Strange and the Time Stone. Peter, who defies Tony yet again and hitches a ride on Ebony Maw's ship, uses a trick he learned in this really old movie called Alien to suck Maw out into space. Peter, Tony, and Strange arrive at the ship's final destination, Titan, Thanos' home planet. With an assist from the Guardians of the Galaxy, Peter and company confront Thanos, but with 4 Infinity Stones and a hot-headed Star-Lord making rash decisions, they lose both the fight and the Time Stone. Thanos heads to Earth and collects the final Infinity Stone out of Vision's forehead, and with the snap, Thanos achieves his life goal of balancing the universe, wiping out half of all sentient life, including Peter. Very sad, yes, but hey, he gets revived in Endgame just in time to help save the day and watch his mentor die. Man, when you say it like that, woof. Anyway, now he's going on a European vacation with all of his friends, who haven't aged, so I guess they died too. Look, everything's fine now. We'll see what kind of antics he gets up to in Far From Home, but in the meantime, check out our Spider-Man Far From Home review and our ranking of all the Spider-Man movies. And as always, be sure to follow and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.